Black Executive Triad.
Soon as you stop helping people, they over it. Look, give me my flowers right now, cause they over it. Look, I done seen baddest, ain't need what I'm supposed to do. Look, if you act bad and them people run over you. Look.
Y'all know what's going on, man. So right sounds. Get your motherfucking goddamn camera gang together, man. You know, when he behind that motherfucker, man, you know that bitch platinum every time. Straight like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with the homie, man. Shout out to RS Management. You already know GFM, motherfucking BET. Y'all know Full Circle Music Group, Savage Life, Savage Ties. You know, bunch of savage shit going on. Yeah. For real.
Lane living with Lil Bleed, man, this shit too easy. Bitches on their knees begging please, she gon' fuck the team. I been hustling all day, I just ran on 10.
It's your girl Cloudy here. We at Social apparently, and Webby's performing. We got all the baddies out here. You can see them. We all lit. So just make sure you watch. It's gonna be at After Hours tonight. So just stay tuned. But turn what you already know stuff.
Wait, look what I'm acting in. No talking when I'm in person. I'm just signing to my clientele. Thinking about that jail cell. Grinding like I got a warrant. That feel keep me on point. I'm facing joints. Some thoughts come back to back. Like ain't no way I'm going back. My conscience like I Roger that. Connections all in Paris. I ain't inherit this shit. I've been on some arrogant shit. I always knew that we'll be rich. Smashing the gas. Airport wearing the mask. You know I get to the cat. Ain't no slowing down. Now it's coming in fast. I just had first. I remember being last. Lane living with Lil Bleed. Man, this shit too easy. Bitches on their knees begging please. She gon' fuck the team. I been hustling all day. I just ran up 10. Trapping out them hallways. Look what I'm acting in. Lane living with Lil Bleed. Man, this shit too easy.
Trillion. What up, bro? They gon' finish now, finish later.
You can follow me on all the social media sites, Instagram, official_Chewy_main, man. New taste dropping, featuring Frank Limit, featuring Pop It Out, man. We coming out with a new album, man. Y'all look out for that, man. It's up.
When I was down, they was switching plates. Niggas really fake. Peyton to the Broncos, switching up the plate. Really duck, but he ate up all the bait. Call up Miss Harris, I'm still in plate.
Put my stolo in the bricks, I ride legit from now on. For the fame, I want the riches, we been trapping so long. No little boo, but I still keep in touch with Jackie Capone. We get money now, I spent 200 on some cologne.
Whipping powder in the whipping powder in the scutter, seen the struggle, seen the folk. Got the master key, power to discover. Beast of MasterCard, swipe or get it faster. Call my wife is like a matador. I seen the price, so price it out. Nice to know to write it out. Expensive as my boss is spending costs. Gotta write it out. Expenses off the profit, off the cent. We can call the vault. Couple complications, call it renovation. Seen a lot of bloodshed. Only dedication, God has seen me so amazing. United, you know my dedication. Undisputed sensation. A lot of people never made it. Really elevated. 280, my navigator, water like a navy. I can't record it, so just pay me. Can't report it till you pay me. And this cash out, baby. 3 stacks lately, free stacks, baby. Baby, I'm increasing the paper to coming lately. Like playlist, play it, what I play it, what it's playing by. Lost a few soldiers, now I'm dropping tears. Time whipping powder in the gutter, seen the struggle on the bubble, trillion bubble, whipping powder in the gutter, in the gutter, in the gutter, whipping powder in the gutter, seen the struggle, seen the bubble. Powder in the gutter, seen the struggle on the bubble, trillion bubble, whipping powder in the gutter, in the gutter, in the gutter, whipping powder in the gutter, seen the struggle, seen the bubble. So down, it's time to drop again. Don't war, don't make no profit here. What when it come to check, I know the pop again. Remember all the days with no heat and my verses had cold feet just like the fridge. It ain't no groceries, the Lord is my new this. No sleeping, I had to put myself together. No speaking, no talking, and just walking. Ain't no heat, ain't no cap, ain't no rap. Quoting fact, hard and step back, and I'm on the track. Front page magazines, post some things to the powder in the gutter. Seen the struggle on the bubble, trillion bubble, whipping powder in the gutter, in the gutter, in the gutter, whipping powder in the gutter, seen the struggle, seen the bubble. Whipping powder in the gutter, seen the struggle on the bubble, trillion Scotter, in the Scotter, in the Scotter.
Nate, I like this.
If you drip every time that you walk, get loose. Louis skirt with the powder blouse, get loose. If you get at least $1,000, get loose. Either sipping on the Booster Juice or Grey Goose. If you drip every time you walk, get loose. Louis skirt with the powder blouse, get loose. If you get at least $1,000, get loose. Either sipping on Booster Juice or Grey Goose. See my jury beam in the limelight. You can be my Billie Jean if your mind right. Join me in the team in the nightlight. Alexander McQueen with the right price. Shade room gon' cover for the right height. Yeah, punching in the scat like it's fight night. Hit me on the ground when it's night night. I hope you know the feeling on the approachable. Know the feeling in the boat with the motor in it. Yeah, float to the finish like we both in it. Both independent, both about our business. This holy eyewitness, both of our wishes. If you drip every time that you walk, get loose. Louis skirt with the powder blouse, get loose. If you get at least $1,000, get loose. Either sipping on the Booster Juice or Grey Goose. If you drip every time you walk,
Yo, it's your boy Trey Willing in the building. We back with another 4K visual. We back with another production, man. You know what I'm saying? We got my brother Mikael in the back. You can go ahead and bring him up, man. You know what I'm saying? Shalom alaikum.
Shalom alaikum.
How you feeling today?
Hey man, I'm gonna talk like you for a second. You feel me? Blessed and highly favored. You feel me? Still alive. You feel me?
Everybody should talk like that. That's how they should talk, for real.
Straight up.
You gotta speak life, man. The power of life and death is definitely in the tongue. Double-edged sword. Cut you going in, cut you coming. Oh boy, you got all kind of my nieces and nephews back there making all kind of noise on. It's like your screen. It look like your camera a little dirty. You might want to clean him off. Seems like your camera making it a little cloudy. I don't know if it's like your lens is dirty or what. Okay, it might just be your lighting. Yeah, it probably just the angle. It's the light. It's the light is at. But you good? So how you feeling today?
Hey man, I can't complain, bro. Pushing, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. You feel me?
Man, ain't you supposed to be at work, man? What you cut out of work, bro?
Oh man, I got a little hour lunch break. You feel me? The kids out of school.
Okay. Okay,
so
yeah, I know. That's a blessing, though. That you can at least spend time. Some people wish they could pick their kids up from school. You got a luxury. So, so you got anything particular you wanna speak on? I know you the man with all the scripture stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's that it's the age of revealing. You know what I'm saying? The age of information. Everything right there at our fingertips. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't want to. A lot of people don't want to hear the type of topic. You know what I'm saying? The type of conversation. But it's necessary.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody might not be able to catch the wave, but shit, if they study, they'll be able to figure it out. I want to create. But the goal is to create a whole nation of leaders, of bosses, and people who can all talk the boss talk and understand the lingo, and as far as like scholarship is concerned, I don't want to. My goal was never to create a bunch of followers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not my mission. I want to create a gang of leaders, a whole nation of people who can lead their people and who are also well studied and well versed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the key. That's the goal for me.
Oh yeah, that's for sure the goal. You know what I'm saying? And he that have an ear, let him hear. You know what I'm saying?
And those that have eyes to see, let them see. Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to tell you, you feel me? Because like that spirit of deep sleep, that's on a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's on a lot of people.
Yeah, Isaiah 29:9
and 10, yes sir. 29 to 10, yes sir.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with that.
And
You know, but slowly but surely, you know, people are coming up out of it. But you know what I mean? Definitely still going on to different degrees. Even some people think they woke, they kind of like, you know, fake woke. I don't even like the word woke because it's associated with stuff that's not exactly woke. You know what I'm saying? Or wake. I don't even like the word woke though. I just like, you know, the awareness, consciousness. That's more accurate terms. And you know, and even with that, you can be awoke, you can be awake, and yet still laying down. You know,
right,
you
stagnant.
can, yeah, exactly. So you know, if you're awake, but you're still laying at 0 degrees, which is prone, which is flat. You know, you're still not standing on your square. You're still not active. You still laying down on the job. You still
Right,
in the
right,
bed. You might not be asleep, but you in the bed. You know, when somebody call you, they're like, bro, you sound like you sleep. You like, man, no, I ain't sleep. Yeah, you might not be asleep, but you might be laid back. Your feet, shoes might be off. You might be
right,
damn near asleep.
right. You might as well
Yeah,
be
you know
asleep.
what I'm saying? Or you laying down, you comfortable. You too comfortable. You know, I know this day and age, comfortability ain't exactly the move. You know
Nah,
what I'm
you right
saying?
now. Sometimes the most I got to put you in an uncomfortable position for you to see the goal. You know what I'm saying? So you can see the God that's within inside you. But if you reject the teachings and reject the information that's coming through, then you'll forever have that eye shut. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Straight up.
So, you know, it's crazy because at the beginning of the year, you know, we had. First of all, we got to take note that all of the individuals with K on their name have been showing out as in 11, as in the first master number, right? All the letters, all like Kyrie Irving, you know, Cat Williams,
Pat Williams. Right.
Kanye. You know, this is not a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence. And at the beginning of the year, I think what the third day of the year, Cat Williams said all will be revealed this year. And boy, he wasn't lying.
Nah, you right now.
He wasn't lying at all. In fact, he said some stuff that people really wasn't ready for. Um,
Right,
and but it was just to open the door.
right.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
it's funny you say that though. All that keeping quiet on certain topics and hush mouth this, hush mouth that. That's played out big time.
Yeah. So it definitely is. It definitely is played out. It's a lot of stuff that's played out. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I realize is that people knew it was going to be played out before it actually became played out, and so there's been a concerted effort to just like, okay, well, we know this is over with, so we just gonna ride the wave as long as we can until the wave
Exactly.
stop. You know, that's what I noticed is that type of energy. Like we know the party's over, but we just gonna keep partying until the police come kick us out. Basically,
Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
yeah,
But
not
see
for
that
real.
all that was, you know what I'm saying, it's bits and pieces prophesied here and there in Matthew 24:37, where the Messiah said, as the days of Noah shall be, shall be as this coming of the Son of Man, eating and drinking, marrying, giving and marriage, it's the same
It's
type
the
of
same
spirit,
energy,
the
and you
same
know,
energy.
certain people have been saying for years, hey man, it's gonna come a time, it's gonna come a time. Time is approaching. Everybody looking at each other like, man, what are you talking about? Man, you ain't talking about nothing. It ain't gonna rain. Nah, man. The Christ consciousness is not coming back. We ain't worried about it.
And then boom, here it is. You know what
And
I'm saying?
not everybody caught off guard now. But we
My
said it was
point
coming.
exactly. My point exactly. You mentioned Kyrie, you mentioned Cat Williams, and we can't forget about Kendrick because he been doing a lot of
Well,
exposing too.
all the K's, yeah, but you know, all the K's though. Now, the only reason I really didn't mention Ken, he's one of our Hebrew Israelite brothers as well. But the only reason I didn't mention Kendrick is because that's like the last thing that happened. That's one of the
Right.
last things that happened. I wanted to kind of start from. It all kind of started with Kyrie, if you remember.
Of course.
Last October, November, when that whole whatever month it was, when that whole they tried to say he was anti-Semitic. I'm like, how is he anti-Semitic and we the real Jews? I mean, if you study Revelations 2:9 and 3:9, we already know who the real Hebrews, aka the actual Hebrews, not the Jews, but the Hebrews, because to be Jewish is just to mean a type of something, a kind of something, a kind of.
Right.
You know what I'm
Sort of,
saying?
kind of, but not the real thing. Right.
Or maybe indoctrinated with, but not actually originally with, or maybe converted comes to mind.
Right.
Khazars,
Right.
Zarian, you know what I'm saying? Versus the Sephardic energy. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because like when we talking Sephardic Jews, we talking Moorish science. We talking the people that was ruling Europe. You know what I'm saying? Before it became indoctrinated and taken over by the fake ones. You get what I'm saying? So yes, sir.
I don't want to say fake, but just converted. Like it's okay if it's like what it's like. It's like if what's a good example? It's like if you grew up playing a makeshift version of spades, like Joker High. You know what I'm saying? You know how to play spades, but when you go to prison, they're not playing Joker High spades in prison. They're playing Ace High. So you know about spades, but you don't know how to play the right way. So what they got to do is they got to convert you into playing the right way.
Right.
And so even though you still know about the spade game, but you have to relearn certain aspects of it because the count is different. If you counting cards, the count is different because it's not just it's more than makes it more than what you would have to count for spades. You have to add when you talk about adding jokers, you're basically adding spades, to the game, more spades into the game because it trumps everything. You know what I'm saying? So your count, if you're counting down, it's different. It's really like a whole different game, even though it's just a subtle thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Hearts, clubs, diamond, spades. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like that's how, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how like you have to relearn it because everything is different, even though it's just one little thing different. That's why they always say they of Israel. They don't never really call themselves Israelites because the truth of the matter is that ITE signifies some type of bloodline or lineage. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I don't even want to get caught up on that because it's just an illustration because we know that was just stuff that's utilized to illustrate the people, but that's been changed over time. And it's been a lot of tampering. A lot of replacement of books and taking away of books and information out of the books and stuff of that nature. But I'm just utilizing that as an example, so we can ride in into the subject.
Yes, sir. No problem, man. But it's definitely imperative to know who's who and what's what because if you don't know where you come from, man, you don't know where you're going. That's a fact, And for us to be the Asiatic, you know what I'm saying? That's the Afro-Asiatic people of the place in general. We the original people in all places. That's what people fail to realize.
There you go. That's the part I be wanting to talk about.
You know what I'm saying? Like we are them people.
Yeah, because if you listen to people talk, they're not even people, but in school, then they'll still talk like, oh, okay, Africa is the mother civilization, which there's some truth to that, but it always wasn't called Africa. That's the starters. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to look at there was people already pre-existent in other places as well. You know what I'm saying?
Come
So
on now.
so we got to,
Come on now.
and then I remember back in the day they used to say, well, why don't you just go back to Africa? That was a trick, so we wouldn't know what side of the water we came from. Truth is, all of
Exactly.
us is not from Africa. A lot of us are from over here. A lot of us never been to Africa, and we can't even trace our bloodline or our lineage back to Africa. Because if that's the case, then I should be able to ask anybody, well, hey, who's your tribe from Africa? You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on now.
Who are your people? Yeah. But they can't. They're not doing that because they can't do that. So we got to do some more investigation. We got to figure out what's really going on there. There's something to be discovered there. You know.
Now, and that's important to know because, but see, this is the reason why the element of the apocryphal comes into play at. Because when we talked about this hundreds of times, but that second Ezra 13 in verse 40 going down, it set up that whole situation to even cut off that argument right there. You get what I'm saying? Because we all
Right.
didn't come from Africa. That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, and I can only speak for me and my family, but I know that at my grandma's house and my mother's house, above the TV, there was always a long picture with Indians that were darker than my hoodie. You know what I'm saying? And I used
Facts.
to ask, who are those people? And that's your family. Oh, that's my family. Oh, so that mean that we from here. We got Cherokee supposedly, and that's another catchphrase. That's what they call it, a colloquial catchphrase. You know what I'm saying? Where catchphrase meaning that they use that as a term, a blanket term to kind of cover a bunch of different people together under one term, kind of like nigga or even more. More is another
Right.
terminology that they utilize to. We just use that so people know who we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But it's encompassing a bunch of different types of and different tribes together under one term, but it's not really accurate. It's a euphemism. You know what I'm saying? It's a byword. You know what I'm saying? It's not accurate.
You just took the words that I was about to say. That's that verse in Deuteronomy 28 and 37. That's that byword. You took it right out of my head, bro. Straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah. And those who
Right
actually
along with
study,
Puerto Ricans and Cubans and
right,
things like that.
right, true. Because in Puerto Rico, if you don't know, because there are some Puerto Ricans that do look, for lack of a better terminology, European. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Right.
but they have what they call Taino Indians, and if you know about that, then those are the original people of that particular landmass, and they look like you and me, bro. To be honest, you know what I mean. Some even darker than us, So it's not even about the
Yeah,
skin color
no
per
doubt.
se. It's just the culture, the tribalism, the tribe. What tribe are you from? You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Exactly.
want to be chiefs, but nobody don't know what tribe they're from. What tribe are you from? You know what I'm saying?
That's
Even the terminology in Genesis dealing with the 12 tribes, they use the term tribe. Come on,
yeah, of
man.
course.
We
Yes,
got
sir.
we got to talk about that. Did they use the term tribe in what we consider to be modern day Hikupta or Egypt or Kim? Modern day. When I say modern day, as in that landmass today, they don't even use that term tribe. So what made them use that term? Where did
Exactly.
that come from? These are questions. I don't have all the answers. But I know I'm familiar with all things. I don't know nothing, but I'm familiar with it with as much as possible.
Nah, straight up, man. And it's so crazy that you're speaking on this whole topic because the whole ordeal. See, the game is to put us against the Chicanos or the Mexicans, right? If you will, put us against the Puerto Ricans. Y'all different from them. Y'all different from them. But that's not the case, man. When that
Yeah, sure.
bloodline go back to the same source. It get deep,
That's
man.
true.
And and they know it. You know what I'm saying? Like the social security card, the number, man, that connects back to the 12 zodiac sign. 12
That's true.
zodiac sign go back to the 12 tribes. It's all that is interchangeable and intertwined. But they tricked us to think that it's different. They tricked us to think that, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
that is go ahead.
Well, no, I was just gonna say that all that is just a way of convincing us that this is not our land by birthright. It has nothing to do with skin color or none of that. We're talking about birthright and descendancy and bloodlines. And so, because you might have 3 to 4 generations ago, you might have people that look European in your bloodline, but that's still your bloodline. So it's not about what you look like per se. You know what I'm saying? And if they convinced everybody that look like me and you that we're from Africa and that we don't have any rights to this land, then that means that doing what has actually been done, such as sharecropping, because everybody talks about slavery, but really it's really more like sharecropping. You know what I'm saying? And we can get into that a little bit of details of that, of how that played out. But that would have been okay if literally all our family literally is not from here. That means we didn't have the right to anything here. But that's just not the case. That's just not the case. You know,
200%,
yeah. So that's just not the case. And we're slowly but surely, thanks to cats like Chief Top Cat and and a bunch of other Dane Calloway, you know what I'm saying? Rod Hayes, and these brothers are sharp. They familiar with the Bible as well, but they just walking you down and saying, okay, well, it's a little bit more detailed than that. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more. Right. It's a little bit more intricate than what we were told. Just looking at the general logistics of traversing that number of people from one landmass to another, it's not very accurate considering they didn't have bathrooms during that time, especially on ships. Like, what was they doing? Like, you know what I mean? All them people, so you got hundreds of thousands of people at a time, handcuffed and chained with no bathroom. Everybody would be dead from feces and piss alone. Would be very unsanitary, and if anybody would have made it alive at all, it would have been not many.
And sure, a lot of people died. One of the greatest quotes from Black Panther, the first one, when your boy Killmonger said, "I'd rather die in the sea because our ancestors knew that slavery or death was better than slavery." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he definitely said that. I remember that
for sure. And so with that even being said, right, we have to take in consideration on the size of the ship. First off, even before even dealing with that, how many people was already over here before that situation even supposedly happened? You get what I'm saying? And that's the missing. Once we saw that missing link, that's the game changer. That's why I encourage anybody that's listening that don't have an apocrypha, go get you an apocrypha. That information in there is so vital because the so-called Christopher Columbus, he used the same book to find the same land where people was already here. And they want to draw.
You mean Cristobal Colon?
Okay.
Because Christopher Columbus ain't even his name. So why they even tell us that name? I'd be confused, bro. Because history shows that's not even his name. There never was anybody named Christopher Columbus that came to America and definitely didn't find America. And he thought he was going to the West Indies. What if he was right? What if this is really West India? What if this is really West Morocco? What if this is really Al Maghrib Alexa, which is the empire, Moroccan empire of the farthest west? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, we have to look at these things. We have to really look at this information critically. And
Come on now.
that's why I'm anti-religious, but I'm pro spirituality. I'm anti-devilishment, but I'm pro God Godship. And pro righteousness, because you know it's a thin line between them things, but yet it's a very, very big difference at the same time. It's like knowing the difference between the music industry and the music business. The music industry gets you laid, and the music business gets you paid. A lot of people confuse the two. You know what I'm saying? And they're not aware that those are two different worlds existing within the same physical space, two different dimensions that operate on different frequencies in the same physical space. So just kind of give a like a little example.
Talk that noise.
Yeah, man. But we just having a conversation. We just having a supreme level conversation. We just having a God level conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I like that. I did. That's why I dig in the books for it, man, and you know what I'm saying, like you doing your shadow work and meditating, and, you know what I'm saying, eating the right things, consuming the right, listening to the right thing. That's important too. You know what I'm saying? So all that
it said, the Christ said that, and I'm not trying to do it like this, but the Christ said that it is not what you put in the body that defiles a man, but what comes out. Your words, your thoughts, your actions, that's what defiles a man. So therefore, in order to clean a man, you have to monitor what goes in and what comes out.
Come on now.
Not just one or the other. Just because you're a vegan, that don't make you spiritual. Just because you don't eat swine, that don't make you spiritual. That just means you took a step to cleanse what's going in, but that is just but a step to take you to cleanse what's coming out.
Come on now. And you know what's so funny though? Because that Mark 7:21, that's actually one of my favorite scriptures, you feel me? But dealing with certain people of certain faith base, right? They'll go straight to that and make it seem like, see, Christ said it's okay for you to go eat that pork or to go eat that shrimp or to go eat that crab, right? But when you go take it up to verse 1 and bring that thing back down, that was actually talking about washing your hands. That had nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on, man.
It's just a metaphorical way of saying that the letter of the law killeth and the spirit of the law giveth. Like we were just talking about this earlier today. It's just a metaphorical, allegorical way of saying that we can get caught up on the details of what the laws and the 613 commandments are and all this and all that, but to do that and to ignore what the meaning of those things are, and to do that and to not actually study and see how they apply to us, it's a folly to learn those laws if you're not going to see how those things were actually meant to improve the quality of your life here today in 2024 and beyond.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people like to get on their platforms and pontificate upon what they think things mean versus actually doing research and actually walking the walk. I tell people all the time, man, I don't encourage anybody to change their religion or what they believe in. I just say, just live whatever religion you call yourself attaching yourself to, whatever group you call yourself attaching yourself to. I just ask that you live that, because if you live it, you won't ever have a problem, because they all speak of the same things. They all speak of cleansing your temple, with your body being the temple, not a building. It all speaks of in the Holy of Holies. If the body is the temple, that means the Holy of the Holies is your mind. And it all speaks of cleansing your mind, which in turn cleanses your thoughts, which is what comes out of a man or a woman.
Come on
So
now.
this is the principal key things in every religious, spiritual organization is cleansing your body first as a symbol, which is an outer representation of an inner process that is cleansing of your mind.
Talk that noise out.
Yeah, so that's what it is, man. I just be liking to make it plain, man. I don't be trying to talk in riddles. I know all the terminologies, but we want people to grasp. Yeah, we want people to grasp, you know what I'm saying, the concept so they can teach their children. My goal is to secure the next 7 generations coming after us.
Come on now.
See what I'm saying? And doing things how we're doing it now that has been unsuccessful, following dogma and tradition. What's the book? Fossilized Customs. We've been following fossilized customs. We know things are incorrect. You know, we can prove that the J letter and the V letters are only 500 years old, but yet we continue to talk about these letters and things and names and titles that were ancient, that were thousands of years old. So we know we're speaking in fallacy, but we say, oh, but it's just tradition to call it that. Interesting. But these are fossilized customs that have profited us nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we have to change. We have to change that. You know what I'm saying? And the only way we can do that is by leading by example. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one numero uno thing. That's what it means. That's what that song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. What do you think it's talking about? It's not talking about a physical light. Okay? It's not talking about a physical light. It's talking about the light within all of us. And the only way to let it shine is by doing the work. That's the only way to let it shine.
And so, okay, it's funny that you say that, right? So, like, key words, right, in the scriptures, man, like light, work, those words are interchangeable with the law, right? So it does no good, right, to have the outside of the cup being clean, right? But the inside of that cup is full of excess and dead bones, right? So in order for us to choose, I could go to hell right now, right? I could be in a bad position and my spirit can be in everlasting torment, right? If I do all what I do, right? But I have envy towards my brother, or I got hatred towards my sisters, or you get what I'm saying? Because the thought could definitely change a lot of things that you be doing.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about even that word thought. Because we know that, let's take it back to Genesis. In the beginning. First of all, let's talk about the word Genesis, because that's not the original terminology. It's Bereshith. Bereshith is the Hebrew word that they use to replace to be taken the place of by the word Genesis. Bereshith means Bereshith means in the beginnings with a plural, with an S, right? So we got to just understand that thought was the first thing, right? Because the Most High said, "Let there be light."
Come on, man. Come on,
you gotta understand. So before there was light, there was sound, and he existed in dark, but he existed in darkness. But see, and that's even with light. That's another thing too. Even with light, they're talking about a light spectrum, which we know for a fact has ultraviolet light, which is light that you cannot see with your eyes, and you have visible light. So even with that, we know that the farther back you go into the invisible light, you start coming in contact with frequencies, which is vibration. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that we have to talk about. So thought is where everything came from. Matter of fact, we could, whether we're talking about THOUGHT or THOTH, which is thought, which is the author of the Emerald Tablets. See, I urge everybody to study, man, because once you uncode these things, you realize that these things are really talking about processes of the within the human and the things that were here around before what we call human. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get too deep into that, but definitely
I'm
thought
finna
is a
say,
key
where
thing.
we
It's a
going
key
with this?
figure. It's a key figure. Well, I'm just thinking like somebody just put in the other chat. They asked the question. This is not even the chat in here. It's a question. He says, "Y'all think money and fame is power? Money and fame is not power. Power is being able to manipulate and create and manipulate energy. That's power, really. You know what I'm saying? But where I'm going with this is that there are things that happen before Genesis that they don't talk about. There's things that within Genesis they don't talk about. People talk about they read the Bible but have not read the whole Bible. I encourage people to read the entire Bible. If you're going to say that you live by that, if you're going to say that if it's written in the scripture and the scripture cannot be broken, that is what it is, you must know the scripture. You must know what it actually is and do your own research. Don't go on the commentary or the footnotes of a preacher or somebody else who may or may not have done the research or may not be trying to keep the wool over your eyes. You know what I'm saying? So do your own research. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to point out the key things about that word thought. You know what I'm saying? Because thought, you can't try to say a word without having the thought first. Like it's impossible. It's impossible to say something without having that's it. That's the whole thing. So we know that at the root of all this has to be thought, which even the Atlanteans and the Egyptians and every culture has recognized this thought, whether they called it Kukulkan, whether they called it Quetzalcoatl, whether they called it Christ. It was always this thought. It said in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So back to that vibration and word thing again. But before the word has to be what? The thought. It also says that Christ came as a priest in the order of Melchizedek. So he came in the priest of an order that already pre-existed. So who is Melchizedek? Who is the king of righteousness? Who is Mel? And who is Zadok? Who is okay? Who is Malak? You know what I'm saying? These are questions that you have to answer. Mel means king. You know what I'm saying? These are questions that you have to answer. You know what I'm saying? And you have to ask yourself why Mel is at the beginning of melanin. You know what I'm saying? So these are questions. These are root words. This is stuff that I encourage everybody to just do your own research. I can easily show you and tell you. I want everybody to do their own research. You know what I'm saying? And in your own time. You ain't got to say nothing on this show. You can just inbox me. Yeah, man, I did my research on what that meant. Man, that was dope. Or I don't agree with you. Whatever. Just have some evidence. I'm okay with being wrong. You know what I mean? As long as you can show that, prove that I'm wrong. Because I come from a cipher where you have to show and prove. If you're saying that I'm incorrect, then you have to show and prove that. You can't just tell me I'm incorrect. Yeah, but the thing is, when I talk, I have sources. I don't just talk. I use sources. I can show you where it's at. In several different pieces of information. That's all. I ain't trying to ramble, but yeah, that's important though.
So all that I know is I can dig it, man. Yeah, man. All of that is cohesive and it's important, man, to get in that book and dig and just read, man. Because like me personally, I almost threw the book away completely. Because I was following young Pharaoh for some time, but it was just like everything that he was saying still went back to the book, and I'm like, yo, what in the world, right? But then coming across that Deuteronomy 28:60, that was the game changer for me. And then that rabbit hole just keep on getting deeper and deeper. Rewatched The Matrix and seen what The Matrix was saying for real. Like, yo, come on, man. And the lady that wrote the book, Hollywood took that same book from Sophia Stewart and made two different franchises, Terminator and Matrix.
Terminator and Matrix. That's true. That's very true.
Come on.
Look up Sophia Stewart, man. SOPHIA Stewart, STEWART. ART. Definitely, she is and this is law. Like she has lawsuits and she's won all of them. She is the author and creator of the Terminator series storyline and the Matrix. It's a fact.
Straight up.
But if you do your research, Matrix is in Exodus, and if you look up the Hebrew word matrix, it takes you to the womb.
Straight up the womb. Yep. Come on now.
So this is not nothing. It would have to be a feminine energy. I think everything comes from a feminine because there's no other way. Nothing else gives birth but feminine principles. You know what I mean?
That
by definition,
that balance gotta be there. That balance has to be there because if that wasn't the case, okay. However you want to look at the story with Adam, right? ATOMADAM, right? Regardless of any of that, Mother Earth, it said that the scripture said that the earth opened up her mouth. So once again, that it has to have that balance. Wisdom is a feminine entity. So if we don't come on now. If we don't have that balance, then we don't got nothing.
The word wisdom is the word Sophia. Sophia means wisdom. So her name, by definition, means wisdom. Like I'm just saying, this is a fact.
It is, and why you think the Oracle was in the movie? Come on now.
And if you want to debate me on that, that's why they call things Sophie, like Theosophy, or because the Sophie is wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Sophie, Sophia. Both of those root words, it's the same word. It's wisdom. You know, so
come on now. And then her last name is so powerful because King James' last name actually was Stewart. You feel me? So it's a connection with that too. And King James was a melanated person.
Oh man, somebody just dropped a jewel in the chat, boy. This is facts. He said your divine feminine is the right side of your brain, and this is the man and the woman. That is 100% true. Bro, didn't we just talk about that this morning?
We just did.
Because I was watching Brother Rich, and he had the brother who wrote Ancient Future, Wayne Chandler, on there, which is a dope ass book. Go get it, Ancient Future by Wayne Chandler. And he was talking about how we have energy blockages on the left side of our body. It purposely enter into our DNA to be that way. And somebody asked why. And I already knew why before they even asked, because I already calculated it. Because they even teach you in school that your brain runs the opposite side of your body. So if it's something that's on the left side of your brain, it's affecting, the left side of your body, it's being run by and affects your right side of your brain and vice versa. If you left-handed, your right brain is what's controlling your left hand, everything on your left side of your body. So those two things are intricately linked. So yes, 100% true. Your right brain is responsible for intuition, creativity, and your connection, your spirituality in general. You know what I'm saying? It's connected. All of that is connected to your right brain. And that's definitely your God brain versus the logic side, which is the left side of the brain. That's why they say left-handed people are the smartest people in the world. But we ain't gonna go there. But I'm just saying, like, it's all part of that that theology. And yes, I am left-handed. Anybody want to know? But yeah, what you were saying though?
Nah, man, I could do this whole conversation, man. But yeah, that last name still go back, you know what I'm saying, to that. But shoot,
you
man.
said Stewart, King James being melanated, heavily melanated.
King James being a melanated person from the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? They try to demonize his image, and all that good stuff. But they don't want to talk about how Beethoven was a so-called black man either, let alone Shakespeare. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they definitely don't want to talk about none of that. They definitely don't want to talk about that.
You know what I'm saying? But all would be revealed, man. A lot of information already coming to the light. When your boy Putin dropped that bomb on America,
about the Black Madonna. Oh man, that's it. I've been known. People who study been known, but that shit just seemed like it was a shocker for everybody else. But those who were studying was like, oh, now they. But it could very well have been a war tactic, but it was a very effective one because that means everything we built our society on is not only incorrect, but it's actually polluting us as a culture and as a civilization. It's
Come on, man.
they've effectively facilitated the destruction of the family unit by simply entering the patriotic side, or the pater, which is the father dominant, which is saying basically that society ran by men. And we know that anciently society has always run smoother in the time when it was ran by women. It just is what it is. I mean, we can say it however you want to say it, but the matriarchy has always been ineffectively. And anybody else who don't like that, you definitely don't like science, because when you're a zygote and when the sperm enters the egg for the first few months, everybody's feminine, everybody's female. Matter of fact, we could take it a step further and say the X chromosome predates the Y chromosome, because the Y chromosome is but a mutated version of the X chromosome, that has 23% less genetic material than the X chromosome. So we know the more genetic material contains what? Information, memory. I mean, they say like 1 gram of DNA holds thousands and thousands, if not millions, of terabytes of information. You know what I'm saying? So how many grams of DNA do you have? And how much of it do they claim to be junk DNA? And why aren't you activating your so-called junk DNA?
Talk to me, man. And you know what's funny though? They want to. You said a mouthful when you said about that household, man. If you have one without the other, you don't got perfect balance. If you have one without the other, you still have imperfect balance. But when you have both in that household, man, that's the game changer. You feel me? And why the Most High told Moses to tell Pharaoh to let my army go. That's man, woman, and child. That's man, woman, and child. You know what I'm saying? That's not one without the other. Nah, man. Straight up.
Yeah. So Seth said it is the dark DNA that they don't tell you about. True. And you can, of course, you can activate it. But I just ask why don't people activate it? I'm asking why don't they? I definitely know you can. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, but if you want to talk about the Akashic records, that's also in DNA. Which Akashic records is the record of everything that happened ever in this dimension, ever. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you know anything about DNA, you know that every time that you have a child, whatever that you've known in your life up to the point of conceiving that child goes into their DNA from you. So literally, if we're the original people, that means we literally have the original code, master code to all the information that ever existed. And through meditation and the rising of the Kundalini, aka Queen Shiva walking up the winding steps, you know what I'm saying? You can reactivate and elevate based on that once it passes the 33rd vertebrae. But I don't want to get too deep into that, because that's everybody's not there. You know what I'm saying?
That hey, look, you're giving me
Yeah. But that's all I know. I see it as one. I know it's meat, and then there's milk for babes, meat for men. But I see it all as one, because it's one whole puzzle that's put together. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have effectively, people are trying to put a puzzle together without all the pieces, and I'm just here to drop the pieces in their lap. And if they don't understand or agree, they can go research it. I mean, to prove me wrong, please, prove me wrong. I would love it. But in the process of proving me wrong, you're going to learn more than what I was trying to show you. And so that's all I ask. Do the research. Prove me wrong. Do the research. It's okay. It's okay.
That part.
Well, shit, bro, man. It's 4:24. I'm about to wrap this up. Thank you for coming on. Officer Mikael Ben Yisrael of IFC, Israel for Christ. We are forming our own lodge, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? The lodge of Yahuda, the celestial lodge of Yahuda. You know what I'm saying? So anybody interested in these deeper teachings and connections, please reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to converse with you. You know, you ain't gotta agree with us again, but it's a study. It's a study. Everything's in research, so you can show and prove something better. Then, hey man, we all for it. We're for truth. We're for righteousness. We're not about who's right and who's wrong. We just want the truth. You know what I'm saying? And so that's me bringing the sword of truth. 2 Timothy 2:15 said, "A workman should not be ashamed, rightfully dividing the word of truth." So definitely study and do your research. Do your 2 Timothy 2:15. Shalom alaikum, brother. Yes, sir. Aki. Definitely. I'm gonna call you tomorrow, or I might call you after this. But yeah, man. Go ahead and roll that dope video, Chris, and roll that commercial. www.
I'm like, damn.
Where do you get this exclusive from?
Truly pile up the green, even on the weekend. I done seen so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I'm flipping the patties to flip Christina. Dreaming, dope, I see it. Scope, blue hundreds, low, demon, go. Truly pile up the green, even on the weekend. And I see so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I'm flipping the patties to flip Christina. I'm dreaming, dope, I see it. Scope, blue hundreds, low, demon, go. Truly pile up the green, even on the weekend. I done seen so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I'm flipping the patties to flip Christina. I'm
Always
dreaming,
flooding the street
dope,
from hood to
I see it. Scope, blue hundreds, low, demon, go. Straight out of D, cause I dominated, cause I know I'm a D, cause my mama made it, and I know she a G, cause my grandma made it, and I know I'm a C, cause I'm carbonated, all the melanin key, cause it's automated, yeah, I picked up the key, cause Obama made it, if it's left up to me, then I'm out of Vegas, cause I've been worth a $1 billion, baby, I done signed with the Billy like Son of Vegas, so they looking greasy like McDonald's made it, but it's BET, cause we nominated, gotta eat with the family, you not gonna make it, most these niggas, they poppin' naked, then the tip, but you drop like they hibernated, he make it pop like designer made it, copy, Trilly, the future, home run like Poppy, microwave, heat up your noodle, caught up Chico, you gon' need you a tutor, call the shooter, he gon' need him a Uber, microwave, we gon' heat up your noodle, call up Chico, he gon' need you a tutor, call up shooter, he gon' need him a Uber, Trilly, pile up the green, even on the weekend, and I see so much green that I turn to vegan, when I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor, when I flipping the patties to flip Christina, I'm dreaming, dope, I see it, scope, blue hundreds, low, demon, go. Truly pile up the green, even on the weekend. I done seen so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I'm flipping the patties to flip Christina, I'm dreaming, dope, I see it. Scope, blue hundreds, low, demon, go. Your dog is a mini-me, he a poodle brand that pop the infinity. Hop in the Uber to hide my identity. Riding with super to meet at your taco to put a salute to. This is the empire mover, the loser. Just look at them babies, they really here choosing. Thinking you winning is really the losing. Like Boosie and Webby, I'm really here zooming. No, I just stutter, my first name ain't Ruben. American Idol, I make it a movie. American pimpin', I make her a groupie. And maybe it's different, them betas they lose. Ain't waiting, I'm dipping, them niggas ain't moving. They Scotty ain't pippin', that last chance a movie. But Trilly, I'm rolling, them niggas don't know what I know and they bogus. Pay for the drip and they going downloaded. Putting you talking ass niggas on notice. That put it on game when they losing, they focus. I punish opponents and 5 fouls on the 4 for the bonus. So shooting the free throws and striping, we own it. Push the opponent. 5 fouls on the 4 for the bonus. And shooting the free throws and striping, you own it, we own it. Trilly pile up the green, even on the weekend. And I see so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I flipping the patties to flip Christina, I'm dreaming, dope, I see it. Scope, blue hundreds, low, demon, go. Trilly pile up the green, even on the weekend. I done seen so much green that I turn to vegan. When I get it from Cali, no misdemeanor. When I'm flipping the patties to flip Christina, I'm dreaming, dope, I see it. Scope, blue hundreds, low,
The real DJ Star. Hello, worldwide collaboration.
What is worldwide collaboration?
It will blow your mind.
It is the world movement beyond movements, and talents join them on wwcfam.com.
How do I join them?
Go to wwcfam.com and upload music, videos, create chats, add websites, online radios, and so much more.
Let's take over the world together. I am down. I hear it's not only a website, but a movement anyone can be a part of.
Yes, go Go join them now and later rule the world together. Worldwide collaboration.
This is a worldwide collaboration song.
Yeah, look. Brainstorming, creating, thinking of new ideas, inventing inventions. Representing everything, having members collaborating. Worldwide collaboration.